Hey, on the channel, we're back at it with another Justice League Task Force DC McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse unboxing and review. And today, we got the Flash, we got Aquaman, we got the Darkseid Build-A-Figure.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another DC Multiverse Justice League Task Force unboxing and review. And today on the channel, Aquaman, Flash, and the Darkseid Build-A-Figure. But for all your McFarlane toy needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15% on all in-stock items. Yes, 15%. Gotta get a deal out there. And Flash, Aquaman, two more members of course, the Justice League. These figures based on the Justice League Task Force game back there in the 90s, so they got a little bit of a 90s flair to them on top of pixelation in the coloring, which, as I talked about in Superman Batman, the first part of this unboxing series, not going to be for everybody. Some good, some bad, and a dash of ugly. Expecting probably the same from these two. But we're only going to know if we do this review the way we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And once again, we'll go alphabetical order. We're going Aquaman first this time. Going deep under the sea like a young Ariel from The Little Mermaid. But a lot of flares of the Aquaman I think of when I close my eyes, but also a little bit of something different. We'll get into it, of course. But there it is. Big window box on this one. 22 points of articulation. DC Multiverse Aquaman. Build the Darkseid Build-A-Figure. Justice League Task Force, Aquaman living under that sea, living that water life is what he's living. And then you got the image of the whole group right there. And we got Darkseid on the back, of course, leading up the back of the team. So let's get him out of the package. Let's see what's going on. Dare I say, once again, let's see what all the fuss is about. Todd, I can't get this out. Can you come help me? Can you come assist if it's not wanting to come out? Oh my gosh, what are we doing? It's fighting me. See you later. Goodbye. It was fighting me the whole way. Fighting me the whole way home like a couple of kids is what it is. Oh, rookie. It's starting off rough here with Aquaman. Starting off real rough. Rookie unboxing. Didn't come off clean, Todd. Didn't come off clean. See you later. Off the screen. Goodbye, DC McFarlane. Stan. Seen it before. We'll see it again. Wish that would have came off cleaner. It's very embarrassing when that happens. This one came off nice, clean. Oh, I gotta do that again. See you later. Come on. What are we doing? See you later. Through the ring light. How about that? See you later as well. Aquaman card. Hair a little bit better in this card right here. First appearance, More Fun Comics, issue 73, 1941. I never knew that. I never even heard of More Fun Comics. Alias alter ego, Arthur Curry. Oh, old Arthur. And base of operations, Atlantis. Beautiful this time of year. If you can find it. If you can find it. Beautiful this time of year, of course. But there it is. Plastic prison for the old Aquaman there. Got all kinds of twist ties going on. Got the twist ties. We're ready to go. We're ready for it. Why wouldn't we be ready for it? There we go. Twist ties all over. Even twist ties on the trident for him. How about that? They want to keep that bad boy locked down. Aquaman, a cagey character living under that sea. Living a very pruny life under the sea as well. Man, it's just rough. You get pruny after a couple hours. Heck, who are we talking? Who are we fooling? A couple of minutes sometimes. You got the pieces here. Got some effect pieces. Man, a lot going on with this one. There's no doubt about it. Uh-oh, they got another twist tie on the trident. Todd, you are literally keeping these twist tie companies afloat in this day and age. Nobody uses more twist ties in the old action figure game. See you later, goodbye, like a young Mark Kerr. How about that, Mark Kerr? Translucent pieces. Saw these with the other ones. We saw them in blue, red. Now we get them in yellow for Aquaman right there. Once again, we do get Darkseid pieces, so we'll build Darkseid later on in this very video, so stay tuned for that. But now we got old Aquaman out of the package, and we're going to pull his trident out, and that means different things to different people, of course. You got to be careful when you're pulling out his trident, of course. It's always wet. That's what I've always heard. But he does got the trident here like a young namer. Very gummy on this one. Got some bends in it. You could heat it up, straighten it out a little bit, but all in yellow here for Aquaman. I should mention these are the regular edition. There is a platinum edition for this entire wave, so if you're really loving that Justice League Task Force, you're really living that video game life, you can buy all the multiples of these, and you can have two different sets if you want to. Probably not going to be for me. I don't foresee myself picking up those platinums. And it's one of those things, too. You find the Superman platinum, and then you feel like you're stuck. I got to get the rest of them to finish it out. So I think it's better to just pass. At least for me. Maybe not you. Maybe you just want the platinums. I don't know. Reach out in the comments below. But we got Aquaman here. Feeling a lot like Aquaman we've seen before, but feeling very different at the same time. What is up with that hair? He grew his hair out for the 90s, and it didn't quite work. People were like, still goofy, Aquaman, still goofy. And so what he did is, you know what, I'm going to grow my beard out next. So he did that. People were like, you know, you're getting better, getting better. And then he says, okay, I'm going to go one step further. I'm going to really live that underwater, a.k.a. sailor life as well. Here, take my hand. He got his hand chopped off. It was by a shark or something like that. And then he got a little, like, arrow on the end there, a little stick. He's ready to go. Very, very cool. That made Aquaman cool to me, especially in the 90s. Would have liked to seen a better rendition of this, but we did get that last year from McFarlane Toys, so at least we're getting that as well. But in-between era Aquaman is what I think of this one as. But not sure about this windswept Medusa-like hair on him. A little too orange. Should have been a little bit blonder to me. Looks just a little bit goofy, and I think he agrees with that face. He's just like, man, I just look like a fool. I just look like a fool. He looks at himself in the mirror and says, I just look ridiculous. I got to do something with my life. That's where he gave that hand up and grew a beard, I think is what happened. But he's got that scaly-like shirt. Always do like that. Always think of that with Aquaman to this day. Going all the way back to the Justice League figures when I was a little kid. Shout out to the old Kenner superpowers. Got the green gloves, the green forearm guards, green trunks, tights. I always go back for tights, trunks. Tights, technically. He's even got a little bit of fins back here, ready to go, ready to swim if he needs to. Got a yellow belt, of course, with the A on there. Huge A's fan, Oakland A's. He's pretty depressed about the move to Vegas. I know that. The yellow and green attack rolling on. Arms all the way around, butterfly shoulders. Bicep cut, double jointed, almost said pinless. I thought it was pinless for a second. Pinned elbows on here. Hands back and forth, side to side. Two gripping hands on Aquaman. Head back and forth, side to side. A little bit, not as hard and stiff in the hair either. It's a little bit pliable, a lot more pliable than I thought it would be. Upper hula hoop, lower waist. Big ol' splits if you need them. Legs go up. Double jointed pin knees. Ankles. There we go. Okay, got to straighten them up. Up and down, little side to side, and of course got the toe articulation. So our usual McFarlane articulation on this one here. But man, a bit of a goofy look on Aquaman. He easily could be one of the goofier figures of 2025, and we're near at the beginning of the game already. We should do a goofiest looking figures for 2025 list. Could we do that? I don't know. But he would be on it if we were doing a top 5 or top 10. I think I'd have to put this Aquaman there. Just a little bit goofier in the looks department than I would imagine. But here it is, doing Aquaman things. He's ready to take on the world, as we know. Old Aquaman, if I can get him to stand on the stand correctly. What are we doing, Aquaman? What is wrong? What is your major malfunction here? He just doesn't want to stand, I guess. He's just against it. He doesn't want to take his last stand here today. Or does he? There we go. Aquaman right there, ready to go. An interesting one. Not as fun as the Batman and Superman, I will say that. Just a little weird, that head sculpt, but it is what it is. But now we turn our attention to probably the least different, most plain of the whole group here in the Flash. My dad's favorite. He loves himself some Flash and Hawkman. Similar packaging to the others. You get the chest for Darkseid there. Effect pieces, all that kind of stuff. 22 points articulation. Flash, Justice League. Usual, similar but different, of course. Yank this out. Can I get this out a little easier? No, it's tight. Why are these so tight today? What's going on? What are we doing? Oh my gosh. I'm just going to go for it. Here it goes. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. Just throwing it against the Detolfs. How have none of these Detolfs broken on me yet? I just can't believe that either. And can we do... Oh, my gosh. Oh, it's starting off bad. Oh, my gosh. See you later. What are we doing? Can't even open these correctly today. Just going south. Going south in a hurry is what it is. See you later off the screen. DC McFarlane stand. Seen it before. We'll see it again, of course. Get the card out. See you later. At least I did that correctly. See you later. Man, just making a mess here. Just a mess. I'm going to have an hour-long cleanup after this review. The Flash. What do we got going on here? First appearance, The Flash 110, okay. Alias alter ego Wally West, a.k.a. the Scarlet Speedster, a.k.a. the fastest man alive. And, of course, from Keystone City, beautiful. Everybody drinking a Keystone Light, I think, if I'm not mistaken there. Somebody fact-check that. Plastic prison looking good. But let's get old Flash out of here. And Flash is a guy you have to twist tie down because he's so fast. He'll just run away from you if you're not careful. But this one seems to be heavy on the reuse, I would imagine. We've had a lot of Flash figures over the last couple of years. Heck, they've even had Flash waves, which I'm not against. Flash is a core character, one of the heavier of hitters for the Justice League, I would say. I don't know, you guys tell me once again. But a lot of similarities a lot of the time with Flash. A lot of kind of same old it feels like we get with him. And once again, could be me. Your mileage may vary. Get old Darkseid's body out. Here we go. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. And we're saving our twist ties. We'll see where that ends up going once again. Oh, we got one right there. A rogue twist tie. A long one. See you later. Goodbye. Darkseid off to the side. Let's dive into the Flash. We get the same effect pieces with Flash and Aquaman. So both living that yellow translucent life is what they're living. But now we get Flash out of the package here. And I guess there is some differences on this one. But boy, feeling very strange. Obviously, at first glance, you got the yellow and red, so it is very Flash-like. You got the Flash logo in the chest. You got the Flash belt we're used to. Got the yellow boots going on. I got 2 Fists of Fury for Flash, who's going to throw some really fast punches and bunches. You get the wings on the ears there on the side like we're used to with Flash. A very stoic face. And then white eyes there, like a demon. He's got the white eyes going on. I just don't like the face on this one, and what I don't think I like is underneath the eyes and on the forehead, you got that pixelation, but you don't have any pixelation anywhere else over there, including on the backs of the figure as well. Yeah, nothing as far as pixelation. So it looks like unfinished or just started, whatever you want to call it. You look at the back, it looks like it could be just a regular Flash figure. You go to the front, you got little dashes of that pixelation. So it's just makes it feel and look a little bit weird. I guess not feel so much, but look a little bit weird compared to some of the other ones. And it almost makes it look like a possessed Flash, an evil Flash. You got the white eyes, you got the weird face. It looks like maybe it's a bad guy Flash. He's taking a turn to the dark side, maybe. No pun intended, but who knows? But definitely maybe the weakest link of the 4 in the series right here. I'm not sure. You guys, once again, tell me in the comments. But not a lot going on with this one, just out of a goofy head. And it's the story of 2 goofy heads in this one, but looking interesting. Now, articulation can be identical to Aquaman, nothing different on that one, so we don't need to walk through all that either. But I don't know, just a kind of Flash feeling, just kind of like he's here. Honestly, everybody knows who this is. You see this, there's no mistaking. Where Aquaman, you might be like, I guess that's Aquaman, but he looks different. I think most people will say, okay, it's Flash, I get it, I understand what's going on here. Not a terrible Flash. Looks a lot like Flashes we've had in the past, though, with just a new, fresh paint of coat, as one may say out there. So kind of is what it is with him. Aquaman definitely a little bit different than Flash is, that's for sure. So not as fun as Batman and Superman, these two here. However, we're not done with this review. Let's turn our attention over to the Build-A-Figure. Let's build Darkseid. Alright, time to finish up the Justice League Task Force unboxings, and we'll do a little set rankings here at the end as well, might as well. But first, we got to do the Darkseid Build-A-Figure, and got to say, went together pretty easily here. We've had some fight you a little bit. This one, very easy to get together here, and it is Darkseid, and I really like this one. He may be the best one here. I'll have to think about it for a second, but I like this. It is very minimalistic here. Of course, we did get a Darkseid in 2024, of course. Check out the review on the channel. That one had a lot more bells and whistles, obviously. That was a mega figure, came by itself, got a wired cape, all the fancy stuff, extra hands, extra head. This is what you see, what you get. It's got the 2 arms, 2 legs, the torso, the head, and the hands is what it is here. But I think this is Darkseid. You see this. There's no mistaking this for anybody else unless you don't know who Darkseid is in the first place. Definitely a darker color on this one here. Much more of a dark rocks type body skin tone to him. You do got the shading, once again, the pixelation throughout. Got that uniform that he usually wears a lot of times, of course, here. A nice dark blue with a little purple highlights to it. 2 Fists of Darkseid Fury, so he can throw some punches and bunches. Then he's got the big old boots on him here, once again in that dark blue color. Got a nice, I was going to say underwear, I guess. He's got nice underwear here. Not squishy like we saw with some of the other Mega figures. It is looking good. Then he's got the big belt there to keep his whole unit together is what he's doing there. Big helmeted head over here, very rock formation-like, bright red eyes. Feel like he's going to shoot some lasers out of there at you. And then he's got a down in the dumps face. Why so gloom, Darkseid? Why so bad? Everything's not so bad. He's got that going on there. Arms go all the way around for us right there. Single jointed elbow, not a ton of motion, not a ton of range of anything out of that one there, and very, very stiff, of course. fisted hands, back and forth, side to side. You do get waist articulation, no hula hoop up top. Head, back and forth, side to side, up and down, a little bit of movement there. Legs, pretty much non-existent. If you try to go up, you're not going to get a whole lot out of that leg. That's just the way it's going to go. Double jointed pin knees, then the ankles up, down, back and forth, and then you do get the toe articulation. Don't forget the toe articulation, my friends. But we do got a Darkseid in the past here. Is there any reuse between these two? Looks like a lot of reuse between these two, in all honesty. Yeah, a lot of reuse between them. So how about that? It's kind of wild here. And this is a mega figure, one of the more expensive ones. And I guess this kind of is too. It's a Build-A-Figure. We know how that goes. But a little bit more detail. You get extra hands over here. You get different heads. You got the wired cape. This is the more classic Darkseid. I get all that kind of stuff. So really just comes down to how you like your Darkseids and how many Darkseids you need in your collection, I guess is what it is. I think most people prefer this one. I was hoping this would be in my top 10 list in 2024. Didn't quite get there just because it didn't feel like the quality for the price to me, all in all, especially having time with it over the years. Sometimes the joints would come out and things. So it is a good figure. I think they could do better, Todd McFarlane from the couch. If you put your mind to it, you could do better from time to time. But I do like this one a whole lot, just not as much as I thought I would like this one. And this one, I didn't think I'd like so much. I like it better than I thought I would. So I guess we'll kind of meet in the middle a little bit with these here, I guess, is what we'll do. But there it is. That is the Darkseid Build-A-Figure. Pretty simplistic on this one, and it went together very easily, as I did say. But if I had to rank these guys real quick between these, you know what? I'm going to have to go in last place. I'm going to go the Flash. Just not a lot of meat on the bone there. Just not a lot to it. I would have liked to see maybe a different character or something. Who knows? But I can't remember who all was in the game. Was Wonder Woman in the game, if I'm not mistaken? Could be wrong once again. Last place. Second to last place, our friend Aquaman. I appreciate what they try to do with the head sculpt there. Obviously, I understand the game connection. Just not what I think of when I do think of one Aquaman, of course. Gonna go Batman next. A good Batman. And a great Batman, no. A good Batman. A serviceable, passable Batman. Middle of the road Batman. That's why he comes in middle of the road. And then we're just gonna go like this with Darkseid at number 2. Superman number 1, I like the mashed potato face and the long hair. It feels different. It's really growing on me. And then the cape is absolutely breathtaking. Really the best cape McFarlane Toys has ever done right here. They've done a lot of wild Batman ones and some that have really missed the mark. I really like the feel and the quality of the Superman cape, so shout out to the McFarlane team for that Superman one. But not a bad wave right here. Definitely not for anybody. It is one of those niche sets, I think. It was when the dust settles, once this is off the shelves, not everybody's going to be heartbroken they missed out on this one. And the Platinum Editions, that's a whole nother level. I don't foresee myself diving into it. Unless there was a huge deal, a big sale, or some way I could get those really cheap. I just don't foresee myself diving into those weird colors. I think Darkseid's all orange in that one, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, it's about real estate, too. Do I want to devote a total shelf to these guys? Probably not. They're going to be in a corner with another team in the middle, another team on the side. I don't need 2 teams of this in my collection personally, but maybe you do. And if you do, sound off in the comments down below. You made it this far, you might as well say something, right? Right? How about that? And then, of course, don't forget to thumbs up the video. Always helps the channel, as you guys do know. Make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. 2 channels going with videos every single day. Appreciate all you guys and gals supporting the channel. Of course, don't forget ProWrestlingTees.com. T-shirts. You can pick up a t-shirt, get your Kyle Peterson t-shirt over there. Of course, Patreon, your best way to support the channel. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, and now on TikTok. So for a little Justice League Task Force action, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.